AI image generation has gotten really good. In just a few clicks, I can take a simple text prompt like this and turn it into an amazing image like this. Amazing, right? With just simple text, you can create original images in seconds that you own, that you can use in your projects, and no design skills required, no expensive software, and no more searching through those really terrible stock photo websites where the images never quite match what you're looking for. In this video, I'm going to show you how a tool called Pollo is changing the game for creators of all kinds. You'll see how a simple text description can transform into exactly the image you need in seconds, whether it's for your business, social media, or personal projects, whatever. If you keep watching, I'll show you the best AI models to use, how to create your text prompts, and I'll give you some of my best tips and tricks for getting amazing results inside of Pollo. If you want to follow along, sign up for free at pollo.ai or by using the link in the description below. The sign up takes less than a minute. It's free, no credit card required. All right, let's hop over to my computer and I'll show you everything. Okay, so I am logged into Pollo and this is the home dashboard. If you log into your own Pollo account, you'll see the exact same thing. Pollo does all kinds of things and I will break down some of the other features at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to be doing text to image. So to generate an image from text, we need to go over to the side menu here, and underneath the image AI section, you can see AI image generator. So just click on that and that will take you to the page that we need to be on for this video. So because I've already created a lot of things inside of Pollo, I have a feed here with all the different things that I've made. But if you're new to Pollo, then your feed will probably be empty. For this video, we're going to be focused on this middle panel here, the AI image generator. We have a bunch of different settings to play with. So let's quickly go through these and then we'll get to generating some example images for you guys. So at the top, we have the model selector, and this is what makes Pollo so great. As you can see, we have all of these different models from different companies, open source models, all kinds of things, all brought into one application for you to use very easily. So there's a lot of options here and we'll go through some of them in a minute. Beneath that, we have the prompt. And here you can write whatever text you want. You can use this generate with AI button to improve the prompt. I'll show you that in a minute. Beneath that, you have the option to include some style settings. This gives you just extra control over your final image. Next, you can choose how many images you want to generate. It depends on which model. For example, this Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra only lets you generate one output image, but for some models you can generate up to 4. And then finally, we have the aspect ratio. As I'm sure you're aware, sometimes different platforms require different aspect ratios, or maybe you just want to create something in a specific ratio for a project. Regardless, there's lots of options here to choose from. So now let's go ahead and get to generating some images so you can see what is possible. So let's choose a model here. Let's go with Recraft v3. Recraft excels at hyper-realistic visuals with details and textures. In theory, it should be delivering us some really lifelike images. So to create this image, we're going to go to the Generate with AI button, and we're going to type in a basic prompt here, and then Pollo will make the prompt even better. So I wrote realistic image of a craftsman handcrafting a piece of jewelry, and if I click continue, what it will do is generate a better version of that that's optimized for the AI model to understand. So let's do this one. Close-up of a craftsman's hand delicately shaping a piece of silver. Let's try that. And then for style, we'll just leave it at auto and see what it does. We'll leave it at 1 and we'll go with this landscape 16:9. That's 10 credits. Let's click create. All of these models will have different generation times depending on how they're designed. So for example, the Flux Schnell model, Schnell means fast. So it's going to be the fast version of Flux, but if you use Pro Ultra, it might take a bit longer. So in that few seconds while I was talking, the image finished generating. So if we click on it, we can open it up and see this is definitely a photorealistic image of a craftsman working on a piece of jewelry, a diamond ring. This looks amazing. So the details here are just stunning. I honestly can't tell that it's fake. Everything looks really convincing. There's even some wear on the tool that's being used here. So let's go through some of the controls here on the side after you've generated an image. So let's say you like your prompt, but you want to change something. You can click reprompt and it will pull out the prompt and put it back into the interface on the side here. It's for you to recreate with. If you want to just regenerate it using the exact same settings, then you can click regenerate. And if you want to take this and turn it into a video with Pollo, that's really easy. You can just click image to video and generate a video. Now, below that, you have a few more controls. You can delete it. You can copy this link to share it with anyone. You can share it to social media. And at the bottom here, you can choose to download with or without a watermark. It's all just really simple and easy. The best thing about Pollo is how easy everything is. Now let's go ahead and do another one. Next, let's try the Ideogram V2 Turbo. So Ideogram specializes in doing images that have text in them. So we're going to see if that is true here. So let's click generate with AI and let's create something that has to do with text on it. So let's do fashion store selling designer clothes, sign on building says perfect dress. And so the AI is going to analyze that. And then it says, so let's go with the first one and click confirm. That's been added here. And then for style, we'll leave it at auto again. And we'll go with the 16:9 example this time as well. Actually, this time, let's do the 1x1. So let's click create and that will start generating. And it should only take a few seconds to generate. There we go. So this is the Ideogram V2 Turbo, and look at that. So I asked it to say perfect dress on a sign and the text is perfect. So this is exactly what we asked for. And this looks like an actual photograph of a storefront. Everything is completely convincing. I actually don't see anything in this that is questionable. So now let's try another model. This one is Stable Diffusion 3. Clear out the prompt and let's generate something. So I wrote serene mountain landscape during autumn. And if I click continue, the AI will improve it. Let's try this misty morning prompt. Let's click continue and click create. This one's only 10 credits. So that one's going to generate. And I think Stable Diffusion generates pretty quickly. So we're going to wait a few seconds and it should appear in front of us. Okay, so the generation is done, and here we can see an image of misty mornings in the mountains where vibrant orange and red trees meet a rocky cliff. This is amazing. The fact that it can just do this in a few seconds is mind-blowing. So far, we're 3 for 3 on amazing generations. All of these look completely real, so that's pretty mind-blowing. So now let's try the DALL-E 3 model. The DALL-E 3 model is developed by OpenAI, so this is kind of like the industry standard. This one is actually known for its artistic expression. It can really generate some amazing abstract visuals. So let's test that out in this prompt. So let's go to generate with AI here. So I wrote surreal scene of a floating island in the sky. I'm going to click continue and the AI is going to make it better. So let's take this first one and let's click create. Okay, so it's done in just a few seconds and look at this. So this is definitely more surreal and fantasy. This doesn't look realistic at all. And that's kind of the point. Whether you're writing a short story or making a children's book, I mean, you could use these for anything, right? This is a great example of what's possible with DALL-E. Okay, so now let's talk about the last models on our list. So we have 5 different models from Flux. At the top, we have the Flux Schnell, which is their cost-effective model. We have Flux Dev, which is for short and basic scenes. We have Flux Dev Laura for general art and design. We have Flux 1.1 Pro for professional grade images. And we have Flux Pro Ultra for detailed complex scenes. So let's do a couple of these here just so you guys can get an idea of the differences between these models. First, let's try this Flux Dev Laura model. Let's clear out this prompt here. Let's click generate with AI and I wrote in conceptual design of a next generation electric vehicle showcasing innovative features. And if I click continue, we'll get better options. So here we have conceptual design of a sleek next gen electrical vehicle highlighting its aerodynamic shape and eco-friendly materials. We have a few options here. I'm going to go with the top one again. We'll click confirm and let's do a 4:3 aspect ratio for this one. We can select multiple generations, so we could just click 2. And as you can see, that's only 12 credits. So let's generate the 2 images here. Let's click create for this one. So this image actually generated really fast. So as you can see, we've got 2 options here. I think this one's probably better. The car designs are really good here. I think that they definitely look like innovative design concepts for cars, right? So that's what we ask. So now let's go ahead and do Flux Pro Ultra. And let's go into generate with AI to make a prompt. So I wrote hyper-realistic portrait of a person laughing during a candid moment. So if we click continue, we get a better prompt. So let's try the second one, a close-up of a hyper-realistic portrait. Click confirm. And we can only do one because it's the Pro Ultra model. So let's try 9:16 this time. It's only 12 credits. I'm gonna click create and it's gonna get to work. And it's done. So we can see it's in the 9:16 aspect ratio and it's a close-up of someone's face. I think that this is incredible. So there's some imperfections in the complexion that make it look more like a real human. The blur makes it look like a high quality photograph, and everything is just really convincing. The way the sunlight is being filtered through some leaves onto the face is just amazing here. I mean, it just looks entirely convincing. This might be my favorite model that's inside of Pollo right now. I mean, that's just incredible. Now I want to see what happens when I switch this to a different style setting. We're going to try Japanese anime here, and we're just going to leave the prompt the same. I just want to compare and see what it does with this information. Hopefully we'll get something that's entirely different and unique to this style. So this took it from being a real image to a anime style, Japanese anime like we requested. So again, this is spot on, but entirely different. So something we haven't really showcased is how much power the style settings give you. These style settings are something that is unique to Pollo. You're not going to find these anywhere else. And so if you want to create a consistent style for your images that when you're generating over and over again, you can use these and it's going to give you that control. Now, before you go, let me quickly show you what else you can do inside Pollo. So if we're back on the home dashboard, you can see that we have the community feed here. You can see all the different videos that have been generated on the platform, and you can do it from image to video. So all those images that we just generated, we could actually turn into videos in a few clicks, right? And we have all these different models that we can use to generate the videos. And if you go to text to video, you have the same option to use a bunch of different models, and you can turn a text prompt into a video, similar to what we just did with images. We have other things like consistent character generation, video to anime. We can make AI anime style videos. So many options, guys, including options to just edit your videos in particular ways. So like upscale them, enhance them with AI. We have some really cool face swap features built in. And there's really just so many powerful things for you guys to use inside of Pollo that it's just a no-brainer option when it comes to choosing which tool to use for AI. Pollo just puts it all in one place. Some of these models can be really complicated to use on their own, so having an interface like this that simplifies everything is essential if you want to take advantage of these new models. All right, guys, that is how you turn text into images in just a few clicks. It was so simple, right? If you haven't already, head over to Pollo.ai to sign up for your free account. And the link is also in the description. If you have any questions about this process or about any of the other features inside of Pollo, make sure to leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe if this helped you out. And if you want to see more AI tutorials, if you want to watch more videos about Pollo, right now I'll throw some up on the screen that we made that I think you will really enjoy. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.